Dr. Sanjeev Kumar.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, for giving me this opportunity to speak on Pharmacy Amendment Bill 2023 on behalf of YSRCP Party. My sincere thanks to our beloved leader, Janahruday Neta, Sri Y. Jagan Reddy, for encouraging me at all levels. Sir, with your kind permission, I would like to speak in Telugu now and then. Sir, the bill proposes to amend the principal act called the Pharmacy Act 1948. As we know, the Principal Act was enacted to curb the unethical pharmacy practice, which was in vogue in 1948. The bill is a welcome step that aims to benefit the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir and the administration of Union of Ladakh. This is one more step towards realizing the dream of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas. So I congratulate the Government of India and Honorable Minister for taking all care for all parts of India equally and implementing the Reorganization Act of Jammu and Kashmir. Sir, I would like to highlight two important points of the bill, sir. The bill amends the Principal Act by introducing Section 32C, wherein thousands of pharmacists who registered with the erstwhile Jammu and Kashmir Paramedical Council will have opportunity to register with the Pharmacy Council of India again within 1 year of time period. Sir, similarly, the opportunity will be given to the students who were pursuing their courses at the time of introduction of the Reorganization Act in 2019. Sir, there is a cause of concern regarding biodiversity of Jammu and Kashmir, sir, in this regard. So, with the scheme launched called Jammu and Kashmir Industrial Development Scheme, dozens of companies have come to Jammu and Kashmir. Now they are trying to do over-harvesting in medicinal plants, wherein biodiversity of Jammu and Kashmir will be at risk. So I request the Honorable Minister, what is the blueprint of Government of India in this regard? Sir, since this is a very small bill, I would like to take the opportunity to stress on few points, a few challenges faced by the pharma industry and pharmacists in particular. Sir, the number one challenge faced by the pharma industry in India is over-dependence on China for APIs, active pharmaceutical ingredients. Sir, it is very astonishing to note that nearly 60% of APIs were imported from China in 2022. So this dependency, import dependency needs to be addressed, and I request the Honorable Minister to state, to let the House know what is the blueprint on this regard from Government of India. Sir, the second challenge is the risk of e-pharmacy. It is a twofold risk, sir. One is lives of the patients in pharma and in e-pharmacy is at risk. So that has to be addressed by separate legislation by Government of India. And the number two risk of e-pharmacy is the privacy of patient data. That can be very astonishing if it goes into unscrupulous hands. Sir, one important point which we should think as a nation is people are calling India's pharmacy of the world. Sir, to me as a doctor, when I scrutinized all the data from the internet, I noted that we are supplying medicines to nearly 140 countries. So the medicines which we are supplying are very cheap. So for example, we are supplying 1 lakh tablets and getting just 10,000 rupees. This indicates that we are a labor-driven economy rather than a knowledge-driven economy. So in this situation, can we call ourselves as pharmacy of the world? Since we are supplying only cheap drugs, only labor-oriented drugs, we are not supplying quality drugs. We are concentrating more on the quantity rather than on the quality. Sir, since 7 decades, we concentrated on pharmaceuticals and we have neglected pharmacists and pharmacy practice in India. As we know, our doctor population ratio is 1:834 when we include all the systems of medicine like allopathy, Ayurveda, Unani, and other specialties. Whereas the WHO has recommended 1:1000. Nurses, we have nearly 1:670, whereas WHO norm is 1:300. Pharmacies, we have 1:1785, whereas WHO has recommended 1:2000. So despite having good number of doctors and good number of pharmacies, why are we in a very dismal situation with regards to health indices? So I'll just mention a few health indices worldwide which are considered to be very important for assessing the quality of health care in any country. For example, sir, Human Development Index, India ranks 131 out of 189. World Happiness Index, India ranks 136 out of 146 countries. Health System Performance Index, India ranks 112 out of 191. Physical Quality of Life Index, India ranks 90 out of 160. Out-of-pocket expenditure in India is highest in the world. It is nearly 50%. Sir, it is very sad to note that every day 1 lakh Indians are becoming poor due to poor healthcare services. Nearly every day 50,000 Indians are becoming bankrupt. Every day 80 Indians are committing suicide because of health issues. Sir, it is very painful to note that 23% of Indian patients are suffering silently due to lack of health care. Sir, coming back to the pharmacy situation in healthcare of India, nearly 6 challenges we are facing, sir. We have never concentrated on pharmacy practice in India. The pharmacists can play a very huge role in healthcare of our country. Though we have very good number of doctors, very good number of pharmacists, the indices are very low. In that juncture, we can use the services of pharmacists. For example, we can use the service of pharmacists for explaining the patient, counseling the patient about mode of drug administration, counseling the patient about the other care should be, what are the other points should be taken care of in the recovery period. So we need to train the teachers. We don't have appropriate number of teachers to train the pharmacy graduates. So pharmacy practice need to be concentrated. So now there is no real-time training of students in hospitals and medical colleges. We are training our nurses, we are training our doctors, but we are not training our pharmacy students in medical colleges. That need to be taken care of. Sir, there is a lack of networking among pharmacy institutions. For example, this is a upcoming subject in India, so we need to have good networking among different pharmacy institutions so that the faculty and the students can be exchanged and so that pharmacy practice can be implemented the shortest possible time in India. And also, sir, like for MBBS students, we don't have community training programs for pharmacy students. This is being done in many countries, but in India we are not doing that. And likewise, there is no interaction between pharmacy students and clinicians at OP level or at hospital level. And also we need to sensitize our students who are running away abroad for good avenues regarding pharmacy jobs. Sir, to conclude, చరిత్ర తెలియని వాడు చరిత్ర సృష్టించలేని పెద్దలు అంటారు. భారతదేశం స్వాతంత్రం 1947లో వచ్చినప్పుడు బ్రిటిష్ వాళ్ళు మనను వదిలిపెట్టి వెళ్ళిపోయినప్పుడు Indian life expectancy was just 32 years. Today Indian life expectancy is more than 70 years. So ఇంత దురదశ నుంచి మనం అంచెలంచెలుగా పైకి వస్తున్నాం. కానీ ఇంకో విషయం ఏంటంటే భారతదేశంలో 70 సంవత్సరాల లైఫ్ ఎక్స్పెక్టెన్సీ ఉంటే జపాన్లో 84 సంవత్సరాల లైఫ్ ఎక్స్పెక్టెన్సీ ఉంది. నేను ప్రభుత్వానికి కోరేది ఏంటంటే మనం ఎప్పుడు ప్రపంచంలో నంబర్ 1 అవుతాం. మనకు ఆయుర్వేదం యుగాల నుంచి ఆయుర్వేదం ఉన్నది, అయినా కూడా మన లైఫ్ ఎక్స్పెక్టెన్సీ కేవలం 70 సంవత్సరాలే ఉన్నది. మనం ఎప్పుడు ప్రపంచంలో నంబర్ 1 84 ఇయర్స్ ఆర్ 87 ఇయర్స్ ఎప్పుడు మనం సాధించగలుగుతాం. దీని గురించి మనం తక్షణం చర్యలు తీసుకోవాల్సిందిగా నేను ప్రభుత్వాన్ని కోరుతున్నాను. సార్, ఏ ఉత్తమ ప్రభుత్వం అయినా కూడా 3 ప్రధాన అంశాలు ప్రజలకు ఇవ్వాలి. ఒకటి వైద్య, విద్య అండ్ న్యాయం. మనం ఎలాగో న్యాయం ఇవ్వడానికి చాలా దూరంలో ఉన్నాం. విద్యా వైద్యం అయితే తప్పకుండా ఇవ్వగలుగుతాం. మీరు ఒకసారి మా గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి గారు తీసుకుంటున్న ఒకసారి పథకాలను చూడండి. ఏ విధంగా మీ విద్యలో వైద్యంలో ముందుకెళ్తున్నామో అదేవిధంగా ఆ పథకాలను మీరు దేశమంతా కూడా వ్యాప్తి చేసి మన దేశం సుభిక్షంగా ఉండాలని కోరుకుంటూ ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చిన మా పార్టీ ఫ్లోర్ లీడర్ అండ్ మా ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారికి ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ ధన్యవాదాలు.
Honorable Minister.
Hello, this is Sidhu Jonalagada. I want to wish Hit TV app all the success for their launch. Please download the app.